Hello, I am back for the first time in a while with another sketchbook video. I'm going to split this sketchbook into two videos because it's a pretty big one. I'm not super happy with this camera angle, but it's so big and my tripod is only so tall that I have to angle it to fit the whole thing in screen. Anyways, this sketchbook I used for about a year. I used it June 2022 to about April of this year. I struggled with the sketchbook. I didn't like it that much. I love the color. I like the size, but something about the paper just wasn't clicking with me. I also got very disconnected from using my sketchbook for a while. I kind of struggled with it until this past semester. One of my professors made us do a weekly sketchbook page, or two weekly sketchbook pages, one page per class. And we would spend 45 minutes just drawing in our sketchbooks, and you had to come up with a list of prompts to keep yourself motivated. And it was really fun, and it helped a lot, and it kind of got me back into the sketchbook groove, because when I was in high school, I used to finish sketchbooks crazy fast, once every 2 or 3 months. But now as an adult who can draw on their iPad whenever they want, or just doodle on some loose paper, it's hard for me to feel motivated to use a sketchbook again. So anyways, let's get into it. This is the Handbook Co. Travelogue sketchbook. I think this might be portrait size. I think it's a little smaller than 9 by 12, but a little bit bigger than 8.5 by 11. Let's talk about the stickers really quick. Some of these I don't remember where they came from. I bought this Kermit Eraserhead baby one at MomoCon. Don't remember the artist. Believe this sticker came from the same person. Not 100% sure. Apparently this is a podcast. I was gifted this by a professor because she was like, "Oh, you like stickers? Have this one that I got at a convention." Apparently it's a podcast. I've never listened to it. My girlfriend gave me this one. I bought this one at a con. Can't remember the artist's name, but it is so cute. I love Psyduck. This one and this one are from a friend's Patreon that I used to pledge to. These are from Sweet Hut. These are from an Etsy shop. My girlfriend bought them for me. These two are from Rico Renzi. He is one of the colorists for the first run of Spider-Gwen, and he also works on Squirrel Girl and some other Marvel stuff. He's a super nice guy. I got to meet him at MomoCon last year, and I was geeking out because this is when I was really into Spider-Gwen. And then this one is from a feminist bookstore that I used to frequent. Awkward cut because I was covering some personal info, contact info. Yeah, I don't love the angle this is at, but this is the best angle I can get. I've been fidgeting with this for a minute. Just some loose stickers. I like to put stickers from vinyl that I buy on the inside cover. But I didn't buy a lot of vinyl. I put myself on a vinyl buying ban until I started listening to them again, but obviously there were a couple of exceptions. Old pre-orders that finally came in. These are from my friend Lane, Wool Blossoms. She puts these really cute little stickers on her orders. This is from an Etsy shop I ordered from. Chobani sent me a bunch of stuff, so I threw a Chobani sticker on there. I don't like Chobani milk, but I saw on TikTok if you emailed them, they'd send you free stickers. Yeah, I don't know. I was bored, so I did it. This is my cover page. I always draw my Cyclops persona. I still have this dress, but I don't wear it anymore, but this cute, mini dress. It's purple. I used to wear it a lot. And I was obsessed with these Tombow alcohol markers that I bought on clearance at Michael's. I was using those for a while. Let me cover them up. So I started the sketchbook with the 100 Heads challenge. Oh man, that angle is rough. Everything's gonna look a little warped. I am so sorry. But if you go on my Patreon, there are sketchbook scans that are not wonky that you could take a look at if you really want to see this properly. Anyways, I started the sketchbook with the 100 Heads challenge last summer. I did a whole video about that. I haven't watched that video in a long time. It might be bad, but if you want to see my process, go watch that. These are graphite. These are colored pencil. I had to think about it for a second. Prismacolor colored pencil. Crayola crayon, which was really fun. People were really surprised that these were crayon, but I think I don't know, to me it feels obvious. Watercolor. These were my second favorite at the time. This was just one of the days, but Yeah, you get it. I like this drawing I did of my OCs a lot. It's really cute. It's purple marker and I think purple color erase pencil, if I had to take a guess. This is when I was watching Barry for the first time, and I wanted to make Barry stickers really bad, and then I didn't. I was planning out Patreon rewards, and then I did Paranorman stickers. And then this was stuff I was planning for Metric, because I went to go see Metric for my 21st birthday, and we had VIP, so I made them some Doom Scroller inspired art, which is still in my shop, and nobody ever buys it because I think it's too niche. This is my favorite spread from the 100 Heads Challenge. This was water-based marker. This guy looks really cool. This guy also looks cool. It's not like this one had a lot of faces that I don't usually draw. Like I had a lot of gruff old men, so that was fun to kind of play around with. This is when I went to the beach with my girlfriend's family last year, and I was just doodling my OCs in like a beach episode. Why not? More 100 Heads because I was skipping around as I did these, so this isn't 100% in chronological order. I hate this page. It was alcohol markers, and it looks bad. This guy's kind of fun, and I kind of like what's going on here. Everything else looks bad. And then this was when I got really into The Quarry. I was obsessed with The Quarry. If you don't know what The Quarry is, it is a horror game from Supermassive Games, the studio that made Until Dawn, which is one of my favorite games of all time. So yeah, it's kind of the same formula. Group of quirky young adults in a horror situation. But yeah, I was obsessed. The characters just had me in a chokehold. So you're gonna see a little bit of Quarry stuff. And also there's a random Rob Gwynn from Planet Booty. He's hanging out too. More 100 Heads. These are kind of fun. This was ink, so pen and ink. And this was gouache, but I just did grayscale to keep it simple. And this one's kind of rough, but these are kind of fun. I like the lighting on this one a lot. This was the start of the semester. This is kind of when I fell out of my sketchbook, because I just got really, really busy. Yeah, this is a comic I made for class. It's so stupid. It's the if two guys were on the moon and one killed the other with a rock, would it be fucked up or what? Gag. But with the Pink Panther. And these were the last of the 100 Heads. Wait, no. Second to last. I switched to Little Star Nerds reference board because I was getting frustrated with, like, started just turning into, like, high fantasy, like, ogres and stuff, and I wanted to be a little bit more grounded in reality, so I changed it. This one's really cute. I haven't looked at this in a long time. She turned out very cute. This one's kind of fun, too. And then Courtney from Paranorman, my beloved. This was the last page, and I just kind of phoned it in. Alcohol marker with pen over it. This one's kind of fun. And this one, yeah, I was kind of over it. Looks like lots of notes for school. Not every page in this is going to be that interesting because sometimes I would just use my sketchbook for brain dumping. So this is when I was doing tarot cards for one class, and then I was writing a comic for another class. This is when we saw Franz Ferdinand. When I go to concerts, I take a lot of reference photos or like short little clips of the band or artist, and then I scrub through and like find interesting poses and I draw them when I get home. So this is Alex Kapranos of Franz Ferdinand. It was a great show. We were front row, dead center. I've loved Franz like I wouldn't say my whole life, but like since I was pretty young, so it was really cool to see a lot of songs from my childhood live. Like they were just so good, so good. More Quarry stuff. I really wish I hadn't used this gold pen. I think it looks gross. But just Emma and Abby, because I ship them and I love them. I was obsessed with them for a couple months. I was writing out shit about a zine I wanted to make, and then it felt too personal, and then I was like, I don't have to milk my vulnerability into art. I don't have to, like, you know, milk my trauma to make art. That's what I'm trying to say. I was like, I don't have to be that vulnerable, and frankly, I actually don't feel like being that vulnerable, and that's okay. So it was about, like, eating disorder shit, and I was like, ooh, I want to cover this up. This is a drawing my professor did, and I colored it really shittily, and then there was, like, a line exercise she made us do. And then, yeah, we were still doing line exercises. She was like, oh, like, practice inking. And, like, it felt very elementary, but it was kind of fun to just sit there and do the same exercise I did when I was a kid. Where it was like, play with texture. And then I was doing doodles in here. Yeah, as I mentioned, I have an eating disorder, and I was getting really frustrated because people around me would not stop talking about like, oh, I gained weight, it's so bad. Oh, I can't drink this Starbucks drink, it has too many calories. And I just want to be like, shut the fuck up, it's coffee. It's coffee. Drink your fucking coffee and shut up. Um, yeah, so I don't know, I'm pretty sensitive to that kind of stuff, and diet culture makes me sad because a lot of people still subscribe to that idea. Anyways, this is TV shows I was watching at the time. I was watching The Boys, but also watching A League of Their Own, and these are kind of horrifying. I was planning a Halloween shop drop, and also just some stuff for school. This is so smudged now because I was drawing with an ebony pencil. Yeah, I was planning out quarry stickers and trying to decide what I wanted to do. And then a bunch of people hyped me up and they're like, yeah, make quarry stuff. I'll buy it. Oh my god. So I laser cut some keychains and I made some stickers and like nobody bought them. So I still have a lot of quarry stickers and I just took them out of my shop. I was like, fucking whatever. Can't win them all. This was thumbnails for school. Yeah, we had to make a travel poster for a fictional place. So I thought about doing What We Do in the Shadows because that was finishing airing. Thought about doing Psychonauts, and then I was like, no, I gotta do Hackett's Quarry because I was obsessed with the quarry. This is the first time I was plotting out my little bunny sticker that I didn't make till months later. But I made a little art bunny, and there's a print that goes with this as fuck or exposure. Fuck you, pay me. Because I was getting really mad because like some professors at my school were like encouraging students to take on spec work. And if you don't know what spec work is, it's like it means speculative work. It's like kind of like when companies or just I don't know, people with money will do like a contest and they're like, "Oh, well, submit your design and maybe we'll pay you and maybe we won't." And it's like, "No, you need to be paid fairly for all of your time and all of your work." And they're still going to own your designs even if you don't win the contest. So long story short, if you respect artists, just fucking pay them. Just pay them up front. Just look for people with portfolios you enjoy and reach out to them. Worst they can say is no. So yeah, I was grumpy, so I made that. That's the story behind that. These were notes. We had Chris Kohler as a guest lecturer. He does really cool posters, and illustration for like a lot of like classic rock bands, and he has like a really nice contract with Universal. He was telling us about, and I'm like, damn, that's pretty baller. Uh, some OC stuff inspired by like personal stuff. Yeah, I like this page a lot. I really like the green. Got some Rae Jepsen lyrics because I am a CRJ stan. These were all in class. Got a lot going on. I got some OC stuff. We got some shitty little self-portraits. This was a Sims OC, I guess. A sim that I had, and I was thinking about them. Oh, and I started getting sick right around this time. This is fun. I did these in class too. I was really bored. This is all just in one class. I think we were having a lecture, and I was just like trying to stay awake. So I was doodling cute girls from Pinterest, and it's fun. I like this marker a lot. This was a fun page. For my birthday, my girlfriend took me to my favorite art supply store and let me just pick out whatever I wanted. So I found some clearance red ink, and this is one of the only times I've used it, but I did like an entirely red sketchbook spread. I like some of it, I don't like some of it. These cherries and the lollipop are cute, and then some of it I'm just like, whatever. But it was fun. It was a fun idea. I should do more stuff like that in the future. I wanted to do this still life from Still Here, Still Life, and then I just gave up. I got bored. Like, because I was like, oh, I want to do, like, I don't know. I feel like I was striving too hard for photorealism instead of stylizing it. And I don't really like doing photorealism. I do on occasion, but not with colored pencil. I felt like I was in high school again. This was during the Chris Kohler lecture because he was talking about movie posters and what makes a good movie poster. And obviously I didn't want this to be a poster. I was just doodling because I was thinking about the last movie I had seen, which was Don't Worry, Darling, because I saw it with my friend for my birthday. I like this. I redrew this later in the sketchbook, and this one looks so much better. This was a friend's OC that we were brainstorming together. They're a very cool monster hunter, and they have a little manlet boyfriend. It was fun. This was my Garfield zine. This is it. This is all the prep work I did for that zine. It's my best-selling zine. It's one of my favorite things I've ever made. You can read it for free on my Ko-fi or my Gumroad or my Patreon. Um, yeah, I made this zine in like a single day. I just thought about it in the shower, and it's about how Garfield is real, and he's my best friend. This is fun fact. This doodle ended up on my business cards now. Like that's how much I love this. So here we go. Here's the start of my Rae Jepsen obsession. I won't ramble too much about it, but I was a pretty casual CRJ fan before she announced The Loneliest Time and the tour for that. And I just kind of like got like an ad that she was coming, and my friend Thea really likes her, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna surprise Thea with tickets. And then I like just didn't. I got like broke and I was busy, and then I like told her like, oh yeah, she's coming, and she was like, oh my god, what? So she bought us tickets. And we had VIP, and I was excited, and when I go to concerts, I usually make art for the artist. So I had the idea to make Carly some Halloween themed stickers. I don't sell them anymore, but I made these, and I didn't expect them to like be that popular. But I put them in an envelope, and we did like the Q&A, and then we did the group photo, and she came and stood next to me before I'd even given her my art, and she was just so fucking nice. She was so perfect. She was so nice. My interactions with her were so brief, but I handed off my envelope of stuff to her manager, and he comes out like 10 minutes later, and he's like, do you have any more of those? Like, do you have any more stickers? Like, she's like freaking out. Like, she loves these so much. Like, she wanted me to come out here and thank you and ask if you had more. And so I gave him the rest that I had in my fanny pack. And then flash forward a month later, I'm minding my business. It's Halloween. I'm chilling with my friends. I'm like, wow, that was fun. And then I get a notification that Rae Jepsen tagged me in a post, and for a second I'm like, oh, it must be a fan account. And then I'm like, oh shit, it's actually her, and she followed me, and she used my art to soft launch her new boyfriend, and she had posted my art and like had made a Halloween costume inspired by it. I drew her as a vampire. And so she dressed up as a vampire for Halloween because of my art, and it was like the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. And sorry for rambling about it, but like I love drawing her, so like getting to make her happy and inspiring her when she inspires me so much was just like so cool. Like I don't know. I am a huge Carly fan now. I am a Republican, as the people on TikTok would say, because I don't want to say the other fan name because I don't really like that one. But yeah, these are all referenced from pictures I took of her at our show. Planning out our friend group Christmas card, it did not come to fruition. This is when I was trying to get back into my sketchbooks. I was just drawing my OCs. These are very not good. And then I decided to draw like all of the concerts I had gone to that semester, because it was near the end of the semester. So yeah, I saw Metric on my birthday. Then a week later, I took my girlfriend to go see Ginger Root for her birthday. That was a really great show. He is such a nice guy. I didn't really know him before, but I do enjoy his stuff a lot now. Then I saw Carly, and it was just, oh, perfect. It was like one of the best shows I've ever been to. Celia and I saw The Garden. It was not great. They are not that good live. I've been a big Garden fan since high school, and I was like, this is not it. I don't know. The vibes were just not great. Then Freddie Dredd did a free show back in October, and so Celia and I went to that too, and that was great. It was so intimate and strange because now he's playing bigger shows, but it was free and it was crazy. It was like the craziest show I've ever been to. Like the mosh pit was insane. Like I had to sit on the stage so I wouldn't get crushed. But yeah, we met Freddie after the show, and it was so cool to get to talk to him because I've been a fan of his stuff since I was in high school again. So now I'm almost out of college, and I was just like, dude, I love your shit. And then I saw Planet Booty on Halloween. I actually saw them twice last semester. I saw them at the start of the semester and the end of the semester because I caught them the first night of tour and the second to last night of tour. But this was from their Halloween show. Josh dressed up like Dora, Dylan dressed up like a cheerleader, and Rob was some kind of bunny, I guess. Just trying to get back into the swing of my sketchbook. This is the sticker design. This is where the bunny sticker came to fruition. I just realized I'm at the halfway point, which is where I was going to stop, so I can slow down a little bit. I was scared my talking about Rae Jepsen was taking up too much time. So yeah, just trying to get back into the swing of my sketchbook. These are with Prismacolor pencil because that's my favorite thing to sketch with. And then this was January and February Patreon plotting. So this became a print, this became a sticker, this became a print, this became a sticker. I like this little art bunny, but I kind of wish I could do something else with his design. Like, I feel like I need to make his head bigger and his body smaller, like more Animal Crossing proportion, and that would make him cuter. Yeah, so I was talking really fast. I guess I can stop here. Yeah. Thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed listening to me talk about Rae Jepsen for like 5 minutes. I promise the second half of this will be a lot more interesting. I'm gonna keep saying Thank you to all of my patrons. I feel like I should start doing like a Patreon like thank you credit at the end of the videos, like those other YouTubers do. Maybe I'll do that like later, like in another video. Because I don't have a list of all my patrons and I don't want to leave anybody out. But yeah, thank you to my patrons for supporting me and making all of this possible. You guys fund my stickers and physical merch, and also are just like my cheerleaders, and it feels really nice to have y'all in my corner. Thank you to subscribers who are watching this. Thank you to people who aren't subscribed to me and are just watching this because you like sketchbook videos. I hope you enjoyed this little look at how fall semester went for me. The next half of the sketchbook will be my past spring semester. Yeah, I promise it'll be a little bit more interesting then, and probably a little bit longer too. But yeah, if you want early access to my videos, access to my zines, early access to my art, exclusive looks at my sketchbook, physical merch like stickers and prints and zines, you can check me out at patreon.com/marmsart. If you want to buy stuff from me and you don't want to be on my Patreon, that's cool too. I have that shop, which is ko-fi.com/marmsart. I have other social media. I'm pretty active on TikTok, pretty active on Instagram, kind of active on Twitter. You can find all that below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.